Hi, good evening everybody. In this video, I want to go over our young core. What will their ages be on opening night next year? Coming up. All right, I wanted to do a video on our young core. I want to take a look at, I want to break it down even myself to see, what exactly will their ages be on opening night next season, because I believe the young men I got listed here are all going to be in our opening lineup next year. So let's take a look at this. I've got a list of 10. Now to cut this list, they got to be 23 or under on opening night, okay? And really this is just a video of reference just to make even some of our fans get just how young this team is going to be. We're going to be younger next year, guys. We will be. We're going to be a younger team next year with more experience. It's really awesome. Okay, so 23 and under on opening night. Let's look at this, and I'm going from the youngest to the oldest on the list, okay? So Owen Power comes in number 1. He'll be 19 years old. He'll be turning 20 on November the 22nd next year. So he's currently 19, but he'll be 20 in October. But in November, he'll be turning 20. JJ Peterka, he just turned 20 this January, so he won't be 21 till next January of next year. So Peterka will also be only 20 years old. Jack Quinn comes in next. He will currently be 21 till the end of the 20 to the end of the year. Put it this way, about 3 weeks before season opens, he turns 21. Why do I confuse things? I don't know. So Quinn right now is 20, but he'll be 21 on opening night. Just having turned 21. Dylan Cousins just turned 21. And he will be 22 February the 9th of 2023. Peyton Krebs is 21. He turned 21. He turned 21 in January, so he'll be 22 during the season, but not until next year. Also, in January. It's weird to think that Krebs is older than Cousins, though, eh? If you think of it that way, it's just kind of weird, I guess. Darlene, he'll be 22. He's turning 22 next month. And he will be 22 on, he'll be 22 basically all season next year. Unless we have a deep playoff run, right? Or a playoff run, Darlene will be 22. Samuelson, he'll be 22 also. He's turning 22 soon, in a few days' time, on the 14th. Like next week, he's going to be, his 22nd birthday is coming. UPL, who I think will make the team next year, is turning 23 also in a few days. March the 9th, he'll be turning 23 himself. So UPL is down there, but don't forget he's a goalie. Yoki Haru is turning 23 this June. Or no, he's turning 20. Yeah, he'll be 23, and he'll be turning 24 next June. On June 9. Oh no, this June. Yeah, so he's 22 right now. So yeah, I've got that. I get mixed up because I should have put maybe the oldest down. It would have been easier to understand it. But anyway, Yoki Haru will be 23, and he won't be turning 24 till the end of next year. So he'll be this March, April. He'll be turning 23 in 3 months. See, I got their ages a little ahead, some of them. That's why I'm confused. So Yoki Haru is 22, turning 23 in 3 months. He'll be 23. Middlestat, he is already, he's already 23. He'll be turning 24 November 22nd. He just cuts the list. So we have 10 guys, 10 players here that on opening night are going to be 23 years old or younger. And I can go on about who can be 24 and 25 after this even, which I didn't do. But I wanted to go, this is basically our young core, and I wanted to really get them all on there. Just give you guys a visual, so when we get impatient with these guys, okay, try to remember this. Try to keep this in mind. This is right around where you start expecting more, around 24. Once you get around 24, now we're expecting you to be a man now, like a young man that's in the league. You're a kid, of course, but it's time now to take it up a notch and become what we hope we drafted, right? But the future is bright, guys, when you look at it this way. It really is. You know, like, I can't tell you how good that makes me feel when I look at that. I've always been a fan that I believe, guys, in youth. I do. I've always been a fan like that for years and years and years. And I remember my friends used to get mad at me. They get upset. They go, the Sabres are always young. This is what they'd tell me in the 80s when I'd use the young thing on them. They'd say, yeah, they're always young. That's all. You're always saying they're young, but they are. You know, I'm not lying. They are. So this is a very young team. I'll be very curious, guys, to see next year where we are in the NHL in age. Okay. Now it depends what we have. If we don't have a 40-year-old goalie, I don't think Anderson will be back. You know, that ups the age of your team. You know, when you got, it's like two kids in one. You know, like it's like two 20-year-olds. Counting Anderson's age against the team age, you know. But this is what really it makes me very encouraged about the future. These numbers right here, and I know it's just ages, but for me, this is our future. This is the future Sabres. These are the guys that you're all going to be paying for money out of your pocket and paying cash to go see these guys. This will be them. I don't see us moving any of these guys. Really, you know, except maybe UPL's a possible, and even Yoki Haru I could toss in there as a possible. I think these guys are going to be around a long time with us. I really do. So yes, the future is bright, and yes, the future is still the future. It's not next year. It might take about 3 years for all this to really kick in, where we're like, oh my God, these guys are crazy. You know, like you're just watching them night after night, remembering the days when they couldn't even string 3 wins together and now they look indestructible. Guys, try to keep Colorado as a reference. Remember when Colorado were building their team with all their youngsters and they had, that 40-point season not too long ago? And now look at them. Now, do I think we're going to be 40-10 or something? I'm not thinking that way. What I'm thinking is a team that's just going to be a hell of a lot better. I'm not thinking about a big powerhouse, not until we're there. I never count my chickens before they're hatched, guys. Never. No. And something like this, a lot of stuff can go wrong. Like it's not just me. Some of you guys have voiced your concern also about Middlestat and his health issues. UPL too. Is he made of glass? We don't know for sure. We just don't know for sure yet. So far, no good. Too many injuries already in his young career, this guy. Dahlin looks very stable that way. You know, Krebs, for a guy that doesn't hit a lot, he sure as hell goes in the dirty spots. You know, he's not scared to go in the corners, this guy. And he has an aggressive side to him, which I really like. I'm going to be doing a video on him next, actually. Owen Power, he's going to make the team. He's not doing a year in the minors. It's not happening. I just don't believe the Sabres are not going to bring him right in, and he's ready. You know, he's a big guy. I seen him on Team Canada, how he did. Not this year, in the World Championships. And he looked good. He looked good. He looked like a veteran against other NHL guys. So, guys, the future's bright. I guess that should be the moral of this video. The future's bright. I'm excited about it. I hope some of you guys are, because really we see flashes of it some nights, right? We see the flashes. There's nights where, like, you know what sticks out for me this week? And this is, I'm going to end here. What really stands out for me was that game in Toronto when we scored a goal and you just heard Krebs screaming. I don't know if you guys caught that. I did. You just heard, yeah, you know, like you could hear them screaming, like they were pumped. They were pumped. So I like these kids. Just think of next year having Peterka all year, Quinn all year, Owen Power all year. Just think of that, if that doesn't get you excited, you know? And Krebs all year, not to mention him also. Guys, things are looking good. And Samuelson all year. I like what I see with Samuelson. I do. You know, these are just kids, man. It's crazy. It's crazy what we're doing. That's it, guys. I got one more to make. I'll see you in that one.